Alright, well, it's a cool morning and I'm going to show you where we left off last night and I'll show you what I did. So, you'll notice we have two wires, and what I did was directly wired the starter because it seems to work when the starter was out of the van, but once I put it in the van there's nothing. It doesn't work. Then I tried to take the starter switch off and I had a bitch of a time. So I think it's a starter switch, but we're running out of time. Many things to do, and I also, future-wise, I want to go through the dash wiring because the radio doesn't work. And in order to do that, you have to take the cover, engine cover off and go under the dash. So I'm gonna do all of that stuff at a later time. What I'm gonna do is direct wire the starter, and we're gonna put a toggle switch in, and here I'll show you how the startup works. So it'll be like any basic vehicle. Notice when I try to start it, it's still doing that click. I don't think it's getting enough juice. So instead, we're just gonna turn it to the on position, and then I'm gonna wire in a switch. So what'll happen when you turn these two wires together, voila, that's what's gonna happen. And I have the switch somewhere. I won't show you it now, but I'll show you it later. So anyways, an old trick from my racing days, we wired in separate starters because you didn't have a key. So that's what we're gonna do. Little Redneck and Mickey Mouse. If anybody's ever watched Roadkill and David Freiberger, they'll know what this is all about. So next order of business is tying my makeshift Redneck wires up. It might be redneck, but you know what? It's better to be safe and alive. Oh, I've got a dirty nose. So we're gonna tie these away from any sources that could cause damage to the wires or heat sources. Notice we have the exhaust running right there, so we want to keep it away from that so it doesn't burn through. So yeah, we might be redneck, but we don't want to die from having these wires cross out and the van burn down. The other thing, oh yeah, I'm wearing a toque mainly to keep my hair clean, yeah, from the dirt. Even though it was cool last night, it was only +5 when I woke up, +6, +7, something like that. It was still manageable. It was like camping out. So, but yeah, let's keep on keeping on, boys. So where did I get the wiring that we're using to jump the starter? There it is in its glory. The old Lincoln from the previous video that we taken to the scrapyard. So it supplied us with some much needed parts. I decided to place the new switch up under the dash through the firewall area underneath because it's kind of hidden, and actually it's a good idea because nobody can steal this thing without figuring out where it is. You can't hotwire it because you can't jump it. You can't break the ignition lock. So very interesting, right? Whoops. Helps if you go in the right direction, right? And next thing, we're wiring it in and installing it. Widen the hole. I've had a whole bunch of these for many years and they keep coming in handy. Don't know where. I think I got this from someplace I worked a long time ago. So excellent. I've already turned the key. Okay, moment of truth again. We're gonna find out what happens. Nothing? What? Ack! I always forget I gotta have both batteries hooked up for this to work. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, a little frustrated here. I think what happened was I pulled one of the wires out, one of the power wires, I think is it. And Not sure where it goes. There's 3 different spots it could go, but I got a feeling it's this bigger, heavier one. So let's give it another try here. So, hold on a sec here. I had to charge the battery because I died it down. So let's see what happens. It's hard to position myself. Maybe not. Try. My God. After so much fighting. Finally. So, our remote switch works. And you know what? I'm just wondering possible if this still might work. Because sometimes it seems to have a bit of juice going through it. So why it wouldn't start the last time was this pink wire. It came undone and I didn't know where it went. It never went there. It went to this spot. So that was the trick. So always something.